What is cranking, wieners? Welcome back. It is so good to see you guys again. This time not in Maine, but in Texas. That's right. We've flown back for a couple of days. We decided that we enjoyed the swamp bass and we love the heat. So we're back here in northern Texas filming some videos for you guys. While we were up in Maine, one of the most requested videos that you were asking for, that most of you were asking for, was a backyard pond update. So with that in mind, here she is. Figured we'd film the first video here at the pond because it's something that I have really not filmed a whole lot since we last left. And might I add, the pond looks extremely different. Take a look at this. The water is clean. Somehow we have grass in the pond. I don't know where this vegetation came from, but it looks beautiful. I'm seeing little juvenile bass swim around. I'm seeing bluegill, dragonflies, frogs. Somehow we now have some turtles. I don't know. Last time I checked in this pond was like early June. It does look like the water has dropped quite a bit, which sucks, but I'm seeing bass swim around. I'm seeing some fish. There's still life, but we have lost maybe about 3 to 4 feet. I'm guessing it's been really hot in Texas, so a lot of this water's been evaporating, which sucks. But on the bright side, the glass half full mentality is we've got grass. Looks like a lot of the fish are still alive, and there's life. That's what's important, the fact that there's life. In today's video, our mission and our goal is to upgrade the pond. One thing that you guys have been asking for and suggesting that I do to the pond is to install an aerator, and that is exactly what we're gonna do today. A couple weeks before I left for Maine, I ordered this solar power aerator, and when it came, I was like, oh shoot, I don't have enough time to install this. I'll just wait until I come back. So here we are today. We're gonna install this aerator, show you guys how I can hopefully get this thing set up so they can survive all throughout summer until fall. We're also, before that, gonna go to the bait store, grab a couple hundred shiners and feed these fish because I don't know the last time these fish ate. Sure, they're probably eating bluegill, sure, they're probably eating craws and frogs and dragonflies and things that naturally occur in the pond, but it is good to get these guys fed, and also I need to know if half the bass that I stocked in here are still alive. So this is gonna be a good way to kind of get a head count on the fish and also get them fed. But I'm excited, I'm stoked. We're gonna install an aerator, feed these bass, and just see if we can, you know, see some big fish that are lurking in the pond. Stick with it, stay tuned, and let's have a day. Two bags of bass goodies. This is gonna be nice because it's gonna save the bluegill in the pond. I was just talking to myself when I got to the pond the other day. I'm like, you know what? There was a lot more bluegill in here prior, so hopefully this lays some heat off the gills and the bass have something to eat. That's hundreds of little shiners. Look at them all. They have no idea what's about to hit them. All right, let's head back to the pond. Bag secured, we got the minnows. I don't know exactly how many we got. Probably like 500, is that too much, you reckon? 500, 400, something like that. But they're sitting in the back of the cooler. I think they should be doing good. I got the AC pumped. The problem is keeping these things alive on the drive home because the bait store's 40 minutes from my crib. So once we get back to the crib, we're gonna acclimate them. We're gonna put them in the water with the bag. And then once they've gotten used to that water temperature, which is the pond, we're gonna release them, and hopefully we see the bass actively feeding on them. Last time I put minnows in the pond, they were actually crushing the bait fish on the surface, like they were in like a natural setting. So I'm praying that we get some of that on footage. If not, at least we're putting some much needed forage in the pond. I'm very stoked about this because if I don't do this, I'm gonna have a bunch of paper thin bass. We'll meet you guys back at the Big Bass Factory and start feeding these jimmies. Back of the pond. Brought this little cooler with me to keep them insulated. Hopefully they're not all dead. Oh no, they're thriving. Look at them all. The water in there's foaming. Might have a few that are DOA, but good for the most part. Oh, it definitely kept them cool. All right, here we are. We've got our food. Let's go feed these bass. It blows my mind how shallow these bass will hang, even though it's so hot. Like I would think in this pond, which is like I think 9 foot max depth, they'd be out in the deeps. But there's 2 right now, just chilling up shallow. That's good. It's a good sign. It means the water's staying cool. Hey, buddy, I got some food for you. Almost like he's waiting. There's 3 of them. Little guys. It's so hard to find the big ones. One time I saw like a 3 up shallow, and he was guarding fry this spring. I didn't film it, of course, but you'll have to take my word for it. All right, let's get these minnows acclimated. So I've been reading a decent amount of comments. You guys were asking me what the next plan is for the pond, and I think that's gonna have to be up to you. I would like to make this more of a scene than just a hole in my yard full of bass. One of my goals is to build like a little pavilion here. I think it'd be kind of cool to build like a gazebo, like nice little spot for people to come through. And I also have always wanted to do like a lake record board. I think they'd be kind of sick, like put some chalk up, and there goes our minnows. Oh, go on the other side and grab that. There's another one. Oh, that's a decent one. What is that? See that little thing? That's a little, is that a little bass? No, it's a minnow. Far from the last time I put minnows in here. Oh, bluegill. So much life. It blows my mind. I left this thing like idle for a month and a half, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna come back, there's gonna be no fish. This place is thriving, it's teeming full of life. There's a 5-pounder in here somewhere. I don't know where he lives. Another little bluegill. The fish are up and about. Oh yeah, these fish should feed. These minnows are gonna be real derpy when they get in the water. I'm hoping that we see some busting bass. That'd be so sick. It's like these bass know it's about to go on, because I've seen 3 already. One that was like probably 3 pounds, like a good 18-inch fish, and they're just combing this weed edge. So I'm gonna stock some like naturally, like put them in, but I'm also gonna see if I can get them to come up and eat, because that's the whole point. You guys wanna see big fish bust on bait. So, I don't know. I have a feeling some cool about to go down. Yeah, see you later. Well, I hope you enjoyed your life, because now you're basically food. Oh, dude, we have topwater action going on right now. This is crazy. Oh, this is so sick. This is so sick. Oh, dude. Did you see that? All right, should we get the other bag?
Oh yeah.
Let's get going. Oh, wow. These fish are fired up. Not yet. Look, look, look. Oh, that was so cool. He's still alive. The minnow's still alive. He didn't get him yet. Oh boy. That's cool. There was 2 of them going after it. There's a minnow right on the surface right there. I think he's not gonna last long. There's a bass right below our feet. Oh yeah, right there, right there. Look at this. Oh, he did another one. This one's fired up. Hang on, I'm gonna get another one in there real quick. Dude, this one's fired up. Dude, I'm literally feeding this thing. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at, buddy? There he is. Dude! This is so cool. I'm like picking which bass to feed right now. Yep, see you later. Oh, I got him fired up. Dude, that one is big. You see that one? That's a nice one right there. Oh. I hope you guys are able to see this. Here we go. Here we go. That's epic. Literally hand feeding these jokers. Wow, that's a really nice bass.
20.
Watch this. Watch this. Here we go. How sick is that?
Dude, I wish we had a telephoto.
I know. Minnows on the surface. I don't think these fish are done eating yet. Oh, look at. Oh my gosh. Look, he's on the surface. Oh, dude, just give up now. My hopes and goals is to eventually get these guys hand-fed, trained, kind of like circus bass. Looks like they're already pretty comfortable with us being around. They're not very spooky because they're coming 5 feet from us and they're eating. I don't know how much you guys can see without a polarizer, and we probably should have done it. I wasn't thinking, but they are definitely eating the minnows we're putting in. This is so cool. Okay, that was a lot of fun. We fed our bass, no longer have some hungry largemouth in the pond. Let's head to the barn and get to working on this aerator. With the heat here in Texas, we need some sort of solution to cool these fish down. They seem to be doing fine right now, but I definitely think an aerator would help really get these fish fired up, especially during these warmer months. So let's get to work building this contraption, solar powered aerator. See if we can make it work. All right, onwards. We are heading to Home Depot right now, getting some goods for this this solar panel installation. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually an expert when it comes to installing solar panels. Not really though. This is my first one I've ever installed. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a solar panel aerator. And for those of you guys who are into ponds and watch previous pond videos on YouTube, you know that having an aerator in a pond is vital. Keeps the water cool, keeps the water oxygenated. That way you can put more fish in there, and the fish that are already existing are gonna live. In Texas, it gets so hot. Right now it's 101 degrees. It's blistering out here, and it's gonna get hotter in August. So this is something vital that we need to do. We need to get some Quickcrete for the post, and then once we get that, we should be fine. I skimmed over the instructions. I never actually fully read instructions, but I skimmed over them, and it shouldn't be too hard. It looks like it's pretty self-explanatory, but this is gonna be nice because I don't have to trench all the way to my pole, like the transformer on my pole. I can just set the solar panel up, and during the daytime it's gonna run, and at night when it's cool, those fish will be all oxygenated, ready to go. But all we need is Quickcrete and then some other tools, and we should be set. We can go back to the pond and hopefully get this thing installed and running. I'm super stoked. It may or may not work, just a little disclaimer, but I think we can get it up and running today. Cool. Let's get that Quickcrete. Got the crete. I'm just dragging it. All wieners, welcome back. We're at the barn. This is where we're gonna construct the solar panel. Just to give you an idea of what we're working with here, I ordered this, just like 2 months ago before I left for Maine. And it's something that probably should be installed by a professional like myself. We're just gonna wing it. We're gonna do it today, freehand. I've got some instructions right here. These are here, which of course we're not gonna read. We're just gonna do this as I see fit. This is the box. This is what holds the compressor, which is right there, I believe. So that's gonna pump the actual air through this tube. And then from there, you hook up the tube to this, I believe this is what you'd call the diffuser. And this is what's going to trickle up literal air, bubbles, from the bottom of the pond all the way to the surface. I didn't realize this, but this is a 2 diffuser setup. So I'm gonna hook up 2 diffusers to this thing and see if we can get it working. I'm gonna try to construct it in here and then bring it outside so we're not sweating in the Texas heat. But I need to build the solar panel, which is in here. Let's open that up now. I'm gonna grab a knife here and open this up. Oh, that's better than a knife. Oh my God, this thing's huge. Oh, that's cool. There's the solar panel. This is the Elon Musk aerator. Holy nut, this thing's big. I'm sure it's expensive and fragile. It is expensive. Why am I saying sure? I bought it. Looks very fragile too. Let's see. So, you see, everything was going good until we got to this step, and I had a feeling it was going to be like this. For some reason, we cannot get the pre-drilled holes to line up with any side of the solar panel. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't get these things to go flush. We probably have to drill a hole in the aluminum to get this thing to work. I don't know if I'm just being an idiot or not. Like, no, that just doesn't make sense. There's no way. Unless, like, no. Doesn't make any sense. Oh God, that's horrific. I grabbed the wrong stuff. Why did I grab the wrong stuff? For applications of... Ah, frick. It'll have to do. Perfect. digging holes in the Texas heat. One of my neighbors just came by and he's like, yeah, you waited to do this at 3 p.m., huh? And I was like, yeah, I know, that wasn't smart, was it? I think it's fine. 80 pounds of Quikrete, a little bit of water. We're gonna get active.
Good old ASMR.
Yeah, literally. Good. Oh, that's some ASMR right there. I'd love to hear it. Let's read it.
Oh, that's mint.
When I say we Gerald rigged this thing, I mean we fully Gerald rigged it. It's up though, and that's all that matters. We went through quite the process. We actually had to drill our own holes because the pre-riveted holes that came with this for the bolts were completely off center. I thought I was going insane for a little bit, but I'm like, no way, this is just not working. So we had to yeah, drill through the support bracket, got it mounted. It's pretty sturdy. I mean, typical Texas windstorm comes through, I don't know, it might fly off in the neighbor's yard, but hey, we got it up. Solar panels installed. Next we need to just hook up the box, and then I might have to get on the yak and put the aerators out there. Luckily we've got tons of tubing. I think like maybe 50 yards of tubing, so I can run them all the way out there. This is sick. The fish are gonna love this. I'm doing this for you guys, okay? So first of all, I don't want to hear it. I fed you guys minnows today, now I'm giving you aeration. They've all pissed off for the deep because we're not feeding them, of course. Very temperamental fish, but that's the way I like it. The other thing we had to do too is get this angled correctly. We have to change the angle every season, but in the summertime in Texas, it needs to be at 20. So it's facing right towards the highest spot in the sun. Right now, it's probably not gonna get a whole lot of sunlight because the sun's starting to drop, but it might turn on here in a little bit. We'll see. I gotta hook it up and figure out what happens. So what we're gonna do next is kind of fun. I'm gonna hook this up to the diffuser and get on my yak, swim this out here, and get things going. This is like the final step. We actually made it happen. Feeding the minnows, the bass was so much more fun than this. This was grueling. This was definitely a headache, but I think we got it done. Wow. We got a lot done today. We fed the fish, installed an aerator. Now I'm taking my first ever maiden voyage in the pond. I've never put a yak in here, but I'm gonna have to today to put the diffuser out in the middle. This is sick. Well, Wieners, that is going to conclude yet another pond restoration Texas video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Like I always say, you guys are probably so sick of me hearing this, drop a comment, let us know what we should do to the pond next. I think this pond needs a dock. I think it needs more structure, maybe some standing timber, turn this thing into like a little mini lake fork. I also think it could use some species diversity. As much as I love big bass, there's just so many other species we can legally stock in this pond for this to be an awesome ecosystem. But like I said, I'm all ears. Drop a comment, give me some input, and we will make it happen. I appreciate the view. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, folks, keep fishing, never stop.